Hi, this is Edward Troxel. In the last video, we started creating our first custom command. We went through and added some of the base code and changed some of the variables. So in this tutorial, let's go through and review the variables that we changed, go through the lines of code that we added in the previous tutorial, and then make sure that the error message that we had goes away. In the sample code provided, all of my variables begin with MyCC, and so we had the following variables that we modified. First was MainNameSpace. This is the namespace used by our custom command, is the one that will be used by all of the pieces that we create in our custom command. The second one was MyCCMainFormName. This is the class name of the main form. Next we had DockableControlClass. This is the class name for our DockableControl. Next was the VegasInternalName. This is a unique internal identifier for Vegas to use. The fifth one is VegasTabName. This is the name that Vegas will show in the custom command tab. The sixth one is CCCMClassName. This is the class name used for the ICustomCommandModule. And please note that that will not be inside of the namespace. The next one was CCVariable. This is a variable to hold the new custom command used to set the various settings and determine which extension it will appear in. The next is the Vegas menu text. This is the text that will show in the extensions menu. And then the last one was DockControlVariable, and this is a variable used to set the DockControl parameters. Now that we've reviewed the variables, let's go on and get rid of the error message that we have looking at the form and look at the various places that the custom command can be added in Vegas. Let's get rid of this error that we have right here. The problem is, when we create our main form, it doesn't have a Vegas variable yet. So let's go over and look at the code for our main form. Here's the design of the form. Notice it has nothing on it yet. And then here's the code for the main form. What we want to do here is, first of all, we have to have using scriptportal.vegas. Then we create a Vegas variable. Then we will go ahead in here and create a Vegas variable, MyVegas. And let's go ahead and set MyVegas equals Vegas. Now when we go back over to CC test, you will notice we no longer have an error because we were passing MyVegas, and now we're accepting Vegas. Here is where you can specify where it will show up in Vegas. If we open Vegas, if you recall, we have an Edit Extensions, which currently has nothing in it. We have a View Extensions, which is the most common place for an extension to be. And we have a Tools Extensions. So we can specify which one of those places do we want it to show up. If I get at the end of command category and push dot, then I have several options here I can choose from. View is the most common. I can tell it to go under Tools, or I can come on up and tell it to go under Edit. So if I chose, say, Edit, then this custom command will show up under the Edit Extensions instead of the current View. I'm going to leave this under View for now. So now let's kind of go through this code here and see what it does. This is where it all starts. Vegas looks for the custom command module. I've created my Vegas variable, and I've set it to null because I don't know what it is yet. And then I create a custom command, and I've told it I want it to be in the view menu. VegasTabName is CC test. This will be called by Vegas, which will give us our Vegas variable, and then we can set the menu name that is going to show up for our custom command here. Vegas also calls this. What we have to do is we set this line to handle when somebody clicks on the menu, and we call this command to handle when the custom command is actually invoked. Then we add our custom command to the list of custom commands, and then we return that back to Vegas. And now when somebody clicks on it in the menu, this routine right here will be called, and so it has to find it, and then it looks for the internal name that we gave it. Then to actually invoke it, it looks for that internal name, then it's going to create the new dock command, which is this up here. It's a new dockable control, so it's going to create the new dock. It's going to set it to auto load, and then it's going to set the persist dock window state to true. This does a couple of things. It keeps it open all the time, and when you exit Vegas and come back into Vegas, it will automatically reload at that time, and then we load the dock view. So this actually handles all of the stuff telling Vegas, hey, I'm a custom command, here's what you do with me when they click on the menu, and here's how you open me up. So this creates the actual dockable control, which we defined up here. So this is the actual dockable control. We gave it its internal name, we gave it its display name. Here you have a dock window style, and the style you want it to be is docked. Then we have a floating size. This is just kind of the standard size. You can pick whatever size you want to there. Then when it loads, what do we do? Well, in this case we wanted to open a form, so we create the new form, we set the dock style to fill, and then we add the form to the dock. Finally, what do we do when we close? Well, basically we just call the onClosed. There are some more things you can do in the onLoad and the onClosed. We will look at some of those in a future video. Now that we have the basics of the custom command created, in the next tutorial we'll go through and learn how to compile it, how to debug it, and how to actually display something on the screen so that we can actually run it and test it. Please sign up at www.JETDV.com and subscribe on YouTube to get further notifications on when new videos are presented.